Hey everybody, welcome back to um, George Arnold with the coffee cup reading for you. It's a new moon. New moon is in Leo, and I'm excited about trying to give a read and see what Spirit's got to tell you about a new moon. Well, first of all, let's talk about the new moon. The new moon is when it's a new moon. It's basically um, it's a time to clean the slate. It's a time of new beginnings. That's what's really happening. Whenever new is there, the word new is there. It's all about new. Starting over again. If you the past couple of weeks, what you should have been doing is letting go of stuff, anything that's in your way, so that right now it's a time to build, start something. Um, the new moon is in Leo, which should make you feel really kind of confident. It's a time to feel confident. You need to go out there and go ahead and do it. So let's get started with nothing further to do. Let's start with the moon reading. How about I did a selected, I use this little deck here. It's an oracle deck, and I just love it. Moonology it's called, but it's an oracle deck. But it's a funny thing about reading cards or anything. I'll get to reading, I kind of shuffled them and pulled the cards, and I looked over them and everything. But it's funny when in real time, what happens to me is like my intuition kind of takes over. Spirit kind of talks to me when I pick up the card the second time. Oh boy, it's like, all at once I can't tell you what I'm gonna see. Okay, well, let's just start with the new moon. This card I drew earlier, and it says new moon in Leo, which it is. Okay, uh, starts on the 24th of the month, but literally, what a new moon is, again, it's all about new beginnings and kind of clear the slate. It's time to manifest or start planning. I always think of the new moon as it's when you can't see the moon. It's dark. It's all blacked out. You look up there. It's there, but you really can't see it. It's not illuminated, if you will. So what does that mean? For me, what it means is that it's a time that nobody's looking. It's a time for you to really look at yourself. Kind of, if you want to plan something, it's a time to do that. It's a time to um, clear your mind. If something's bothering you, you should, if you ain't got it rid of, you need to really clear it up, because you can manifest now. You can make plans. It's time to gather your thoughts and make plans, okay? Because it's dark, and nobody see you, you know what I'm saying? You can think whatever you want to. They can't really see you. That's the way I kind of look at it. And it works for me. And also, the card that we pulled is, this is what the reading's all about, is a new moon in Leo, of course. Well, what that kind of tells you is, move forward with a little confidence. Leos are kind of aggressive. They get out there. Hey, I can do this. It kind of shine. I know what I want to say. This is the time a song comes to me. Thank you, kind spirit. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This is the time. Come on, kind spirit. So that's what the time is. That's what this whole read is kind of about. Well, the first card I pulled, and it's kind of telling you um, what's coming, what's rising up in you, what's really happening. Uh, it's a full moon in Virgo. Now, what does that say? What does that say? It says you are good enough. Well, mm, mm, what happens when you say you're good enough? Don't be second. Don't think you're not good enough. Okay, you can do it. I think this is about a project, or somebody's out there trying to get ready to do something, planning on something, and they don't know. I don't know if I can do it or not. Yes, you can. You can. Yes, you can. Like Obama said, oh, yes, you can. You can do it. It's like you got to kind of look inside of yourself and say, ask, feel a little more confident about you. You can do this. Spirit, oh my goodness, it's kind of coming up in you, that why are you feeling like that you feel like you can't do something? This is the time the moon and everything is telling you you can do this. Whatever the project is, I know maybe you failed at it, or, but you can do this, or you kind of put it on the back burner. This is the time to make it come forward. That's what's rising up in you. That's coming up to you. This next card is about, the second card is all about what the message is. What's the message? What is the moon and the environment around you trying to tell you? It says you are very close to achieving your goals. Come on now, it's a Gibbon moon. What a gibless moon. That's basically telling you that the moon is, opportunity is bulging out. Things are looking at you. The moon is trying to tell you the opportunities and things come. It's all around you. All you got to do is kind of look, because it's bulging out. The moon, see, the moon is just bulging. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's getting bigger and bigger. All these things in your mind, and it's telling you what to do. You know you can do it. You're seeing all these opportunities. I don't know if it's the project that you're looking at. You can see. You ever had something in your mind that kind of said, I know I can do this. If I sell this popsicle for 7 cents, I'm gonna make 10. It's kind of like, it's just bulging. It's bulging, and things are coming to you. That's what the moon's message. This message is all about. The opportunities and stuff are waiting all around you for this project, and you know what it is, because it's a new moon. It's time. You've already planned on it. You might already have a plan, and you need to implement it. Okay, implement it. Go ahead and get started, because this is the time to get not only gather your thoughts and tweak it, if you will. Because ain't nobody quite looking, and also not looking. Ain't nobody to stop you or hold you back right now. You need to go ahead and get started. This is good. Now, this is the final outcome of the moon reading. This is just tarot cards, but it's just a little moon reading of what's happening with you and the moon. The moon is very phases. It's phases of the moon in your life, and every month the moon goes around the earth, the earth goes around the sun. Things have patterns, and this is just basically the pattern for you this coming week or so. Okay, so you can get started. This says the answers you need are coming. This is a full moon in Gemini. When I grab this card, I want to tell you that, I don't know, maybe you have a conversation with somebody or something's going on, like to get this done, this project or whatever's happening to you, situation, kind of, the answer's going to come to you quickly. Somebody going to tell you, or you're going to have a conversation with. You need to listen. Don't just, listen to them and, say, or go off on them. It is, Leo, and people are a little more aggressive. Don't you be too aggressive. Sometimes softness and, don't talk too much. You ain't going to tell them that much. But they're going to give you the answers that you need to go on with what you need to do. Come on, that's what the moon is trying to tell you. Real soon, this week or so, somebody out there going to tell you what you need to know. You just kind of listen and be open, okay? The answers that you need are coming. Yeah, they're coming real soon. Okay, real soon. This project or situation, love, whatever it was you were, but you can get an answer real soon, because everything is going in your favor right now, because it is a new moon. This is the time to make a move while ain't nobody looking. Okay, now, I always do coffee cup, because, it's a funny thing. Again, with me, it's like, I'll just look at this thing. I looked at it before, a little bit before. It ain't gonna come out. Whenever I do this video, it ain't never what I just saw. I'm seeing something new right now. But let me just show you what I did see, and I'm gonna go from there and see what Spirit tells me. I see a bear. It's a little bear, but it's a big bear at the same time, over a snake. Snakes, to me, in this particular case, somebody is want to hold you back. You wanted to do something, and they say, "Oh, you can't do that. You don't know what you're doing. Why are you gonna try to do that? You're gonna lose." They just watch them. Just watch them. Just watch them because they're gonna do it. Then don't let them hold you back. Because that bear is over the top of them. Bear's a little aggressive and assertive. In other words, you can walk right over them. They can't hold you back. So you ain't got to say very much. The card told you, your answer's gonna come real soon. All you got to do is just kind of hum it through, get your answer, and keep it moving. Because what I'm seeing right there, Mars is there. Mars is about action and mind, and it's fire. So this cup is all about taking action. So you go ahead and take some action there. And then I see here, whoa, my goodness gracious. Long story here. Down at the bottom of the cup, I see a turtle like on his back, standing up, waving at you. It's kind of telling you whatever this project or whatever you were doing, you've been working at it a long time. Well, this cup is kind of telling you that, can you see that? Can you see the turtle? It's a turtle. And it's standing up. That's what I'm looking at. Anyway, what the turtle is telling me is that you've been obviously working at this for a minute. Whatever the thought, you thought about it, you need to go ahead and act on it, because the turtle say, we done ran the race, and did your research, okay? You ready to do it. Do it, okay? Do it. The turtle said do it. But then it even confirms it even more, because I see a horse. Now, you maybe can't see the horse, but I can see a horse. And a horse is all about journey, moving, taking action and moving forward. But this horse ain't just sitting there, standing there, telling you to take a ride. The horse is carrying with him the planet Saturn. Saturn is all about self-discipline and strength. Just keep hard work. You done done it. The turtle done took its time and did the hard work, and the horse is carrying yourself. Self-responsibility, taking care of yourself, doing the work. You've done it. The horse is carrying it. He's pulling. He's got his room. He's stepping up. But guess what he's stepping up to? A star. Can you see that star? You can see the star, right? Okay. Well, that's the head of the horse. The horse is then reached up there and grabbed the star. And, not only do you wish for it, you're going to shine like a star. That's what the whole thing is talking. You're getting ready to shine like a star. Shine, shine, let my little light shine. That's what you're getting ready to do, because this week is a good week for you. The cups is telling you, hey, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I sure wish I should have asked you again. If you put your like, and if you will, subscribe so I can send you, I try to do special things for people that subscribe to me. So if you would, I sure wish you would. Hey, thank you. God bless. And if you need me to pray or think about it, all you got to do is think about me. Think about me. And guess what? I got a prayer. I can get one up for you. Okay? I'll do my best. Okay? Nam yo holy gekyo. Bless you. All right. Bye-bye. Let me see if I can do this right.